Well, good morning. Continuing the conversation related to the principles and practices of a new earth, conscious living, and speaking last time about generosity, giving our highest creative gift. This is the single most important thing to think about as far as our function, that we're being used by the creative source as a conduit through which our creative contribution can be given. And what everybody knows that has a particular form of creativity that they're good at, that this is also where their enjoyment is, that we tend to feel the most happy, the most content, the most joyful when we are in a high state of creativity. So I know in my life, since a lot of my primary creative gift is my ability to communicate, to articulate, that for many years when I was writing a book, I was in a very blissful place. I would have tears of joy often, because what was flowing through me was so powerful, so beautiful. And again, this is a reference to the idea that we are being used. Okay, so that this force, this power, is so incredibly beautiful that as we feel it flowing through us, this creative power, as it flows through us, we are lifted up on angels' wings. We are in a very lofty place. And so again, with great practice in our experience, what seems extraordinary at one point becomes quite ordinary. Today, I don't, have the tears of joy. I mean, I feel that same beauty, that same power flowing through me now as I speak with you, but it doesn't shake me to my roots the way it used to. I can remember having these downloads of information. I remember one time, in fact, doing, mostly I was always doing manual labor. I was painting someone's garage door, I believe. I was up on a ladder, not very high up, a few feet. And this idea struck me that was so powerful, so beautiful. I literally lost my balance on the ladder and fell off the ladder. So that's the thing we're talking about how to live in this joyful state. It's simply this, okay? Each day to give your highest creative gift, and then the rest of the time, chop wood and carry water. I mean, this would be our basic teaching here at the Oasis Center for Conscious Living Ecuador, is each individual finding their way to give their highest creative gift to their world. It could be doing a painting or building something, or it could be cooking or cleaning or whatever. I mean, the person, each individual, he or she, that's the onus on them, is to discover, what is it that I can truly give? And in doing so, have that incredibly grateful feeling, grateful for the opportunity to contribute, to give, to participate. Okay, so in this time, okay, it's a very, we're living now in a very remarkable time. In this next decade that I speak of, it's really important that those of us that have ears to hear, that would choose to live in a new earth, that we are building it together. baby steps, building blocks. We're building the foundation now, that we learn how to spend our day. We learn how to spend our resources, our energy, our enthusiasm. Literally, how do we spend our day? Okay, so because it's a big belief of mine that there's great enjoyment in being connected with the elements, with nature. Part of my daily practice of chop wood, carry water has to do with being outdoors, doing physical activity. Okay, so, for me, this is literally true, that I chop wood and carry water every day, watering the plants. My main enterprise, how I choose to support my family is by selling firewood. Okay, and so it's an activity that I've been doing for many, many years in the United States and now here. I enjoy working with plants. Okay, and so cutting down a tree and chopping it up for firewood is part of that. I also plant trees. I plant gardens. So my hands are in the soil regularly, and then of course caring for the plants, watering the gardens, weeding, all of those things. So there's a basic structure to my day that has to do with these chores. Having a small farm, this eco resort. So this is like the balance. My highest creativity isn't chopping wood. This is just an activity that's good for my body, it's good for my mind. I love doing manual labor because it's very peaceful, it's relaxing, it's doing things that are repetitive. It's like a form of meditation. Chopping wood is like chanting a mantra. There's just something very powerful about also participating in that which brings us life, that which feeds us, that which takes care of our planet. So there's again, this balance of the sacred and the profane, this whole thing that I've spoken about, the Taoist principle, the one within the one, this duality. So to find this balance in our day and have a day be this entity, okay, that's incredibly complete, right? that you would want, ideally, we're moving from the macrocosm, okay, one's life, to the microcosm, one day, eventually even getting down to this consciousness that's each moment by moment, and seeing the incredible expansiveness. Okay, so there's this life that's sort of expansive beyond comprehension, like the universe, expansive beyond comprehension, but bringing it down into the detail where ideally what we want as we create paradise, this new earth, is that each moment is its own remarkable event in its sameness. There's not like, again, this is about getting beyond specialness, okay, the trap of specialness, like, oh, well, this moment is special, this moment isn't so special. It's like this idea of, working, being very unconscious and looking forward to vacations, or being in your work week and looking forward to the weekend. Okay, this new earth is an entirely different world, okay, in that we see, this consciousness sees each moment as the same.